much.
So Tennessee Republican Mark Green, chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee. Sir, good morning to you. Help us understand what's going on.
Yeah, Bill and Dana, thanks for having me on. Look, the fact that they're out there saying there's no evidence means that they have no knowledge. They don't know what this is. And yes, of course, some of these wind up being manned flight, but not 5,000. And what's really tragic or frustrating to us in Congress is that the FBI has known about this since the beginning of November, and we're getting informed, just like with the Chinese spy balloon, after the public sees it and raises concern. And that's really unacceptable. We're a co-equal branch of government. The Constitution's pretty clear, and they should have been communicating with us a lot sooner. And it's worse than just here in the U.S. I mean, we've had it happen over Ramstein Air Base in Germany. The DOD has the authority to shoot these things down. Northcom has the authority to shoot them down. And nothing yet has happened. And you can't find out what these things are until you get one in your hands. You got to get it, hack it, and download the data. That's the only way to discover it. DHS and DOJ and DOD have the authorities. They just haven't acted.
Do we have the capabilities?
Yeah, we have the capability, of course. I mean, we've learned a lot from the conflict in Ukraine. We're doing it at the border. DHS has about 2,500 incursions last year, and we can take them down at the border. But we've got to get this to the local law enforcement, and I have a bill in Congress. We're trying to push this thing through that will both extend the current authorities and also give that to local and state authorities. They need the ability and they need the authorization to do so, and that bill will do it. It's just 3 different jurisdictions. Gotcha. It's taking time getting it through Congress.
So Congressman Chris Smith of New Jersey, he said this yesterday.
I've written Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin asking the Pentagon to authorize the use of force to down one or more of these unmanned threats to uncover the mystery, bring them down, and find out who's doing it. Knowing that drone warfare has radically changed warfighting in Ukraine and Russia, the Middle East, and elsewhere, this is not the time to trivialize or dismiss the threat.
And so, how likely is it that Congress would pass legislation then to give them the authorization to deal with something that Americans are really upset about? Just want to pull this up as well. Here are some New Jersey residents and what they said to the New York Times. I think it's like an invasion. I feel like our privacy is kind of invaded. Or the kids are all asking, what's going on? Why do we have to close all our blinds? What's real and what isn't? Personally, I'm exhausted. So I think that's a really good point what you said. No evidence doesn't mean no knowledge. But is there some way that the government could reassure people so that they don't have their kids worried, especially if it's just an airplane?
Well, we know for a fact it's not DOD. I mean, if they were flying test drones or some agency of the federal government, they would own it. They'd say, yeah, we didn't alert people and sorry about that. And that would put an end to this. We know that's not the case. And we know all of them are not manned aircraft, because if that were the case, they would say so. So, yeah, no evidence that it's X, Y, or Z, foreign or criminal. That means they don't know. And so they should just say that, and then they should say exactly what they're doing to try to capture one and find out what's going on. People want to see action. I mean, Americans will take, hey, there's a question mark here, but if you don't show action, like you're doing something, the Americans get frustrated. I mean, that's why we have a new administration coming in.
Yeah,
they saw inaction at the border. They saw inaction.
Yeah, I apologize for interruption. We're almost out of time. You said
no, it's okay.
It's not DOD. Yep. It's not the Department of Defense. So these rumors or theories about the U.S. Navy running offshore drills, you say that's not the case. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I do not believe that is the case. Now, they've not told us that specifically, but if it were, they would own that, just to basically help the American people settle down.
Yeah. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hope you have a good week.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
You too.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.